Morning everyone, and I'm on night shifts this week, so it really is actually morning for me. I'm just up. I decided to get off the bed in case I look far too comfortable or fall asleep again. And I have a couple of treats this week to show you. And yeah, a couple of movies to mention actually as well, which I hope to remember to mention again on the podcast. But on Netflix now, Rebel Ridge is there, the latest film from Jeremy Saulnier. It's got a very Jack Reacher / First Blood vibe. I say First Blood rather than Rambo because initially, anyway, First Blood is a more low-key affair of a lone man being harassed in a small town. It's very good. Sony does great tension and does violence well when it crops up. I can't recall the lead actor's name, but he's brilliant. Don Johnson has a fantastic supporting role, and there's an actress whose name I've forgotten as well. She is very good. So I highly recommend Rebel Ridge. It's one of the best films to be dropped onto Netflix as an original in I don't know how long. Fantastic stuff. Now, picture the scene. It's Saturday afternoon. I've been taken around the supermarket. The big shop is happening. You know the big shop. It's the big shop for the week. And then my partner has an appointment at the optician's, which is 2 doors along from CEX. If you don't know what CEX is, it is a second-hand disc and games and console and tech emporium. And they used to have a huge selection of all different types of movies, but it would take you about half an hour to get all the stickers off once you got them home. Now they seem to have one or two less stickers, but they also have quite a smaller selection, certainly in terms of the Blu-rays, although there are pound DVDs filling up their shelving everywhere. So anyway, sorry, my partner says, I'm going here. Why don't you look in CEX and see if there's anything you fancy? And I said, I'll have a look, but there's nothing I'm after. Yeah. So I went into CEX, and I was correct. On the shelves around me, there was nothing that took my fancy. But behind the counter is a special section. You see behind the staff the box sets, the special editions, the things that become covetous. And I'm usually good at staying away from there, unless there is a box set I'm after. But on this day, I saw these out in the wild. Okay, Goodfellas and Scarface out in the wild, the Film Vault versions. Now, I'm not I wouldn't collect Film Vault editions. I'm not, I don't need the complete set. The only one I had to hunt down, and it was a quest, it was expensive, was the Jaws one. I believe it sold out really quickly, unless I was just too late, unless I missed the boat on that one, no pun intended. But these two were there in CX, so I'm on my phone, I start Googling Goodfellas Film Vault Edition, Scarface Film Vault Edition. I want to see what's in them, because I don't know, and I don't know if CEX will know when someone's handed these in, what's in them and what should be in them. Now, the main thing that is in them, the thing that I like the most are these, hopefully you can see that. So, Jaws had one. This is a Scarface one. You see that little chainsaw? I actually would have preferred this to have a little globe, the world is mine. But it's quite pretty. It's quite solid. It sits on the shelf. Scarface. And Goodfellas, of course, has a little gun there. That's a Goodfellas one. Again, you can see that's like nice and thick. And that's actually the wrong way around now, but you can see it better. So let's see if I can, just because of the camera. There we go. So That's that. Now, what else you have? So in Goodfellas, they've got a really chunky case. Beautiful. Obviously, the main quote, as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. Take that separate. Whoa. Don't. This is where the, I don't know if it's Perspex or, it's not acetate. It's not Perspex, I can't recall. So this is where that is housed, and these are the discs. And I'm showing you in case you ever see them in the wild. There we go. There we go. One of them is Blu-ray. One of them is 4K. I've still not caved in and gone to 4K. I just, you know, I really don't think I will. I still like my setup. I like my 3D player. It has the surround sound connected. It was what I aimed to get when I aimed to get a cinema room, and I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with the player, the screen. It's a decent sized screen. It's not the biggest now. You can get flat screens, you know, 60 inches, whatever, that will just be probably mind blowing. But I like what I have. It's in my cinema room. It's mine. It's what I wanted, and it's what I got. So I don't need to keep chasing, especially, you know, we're seeing a lot of photos and reports on problems with the upscaling, with AI being used to really treat films in a way that they shouldn't be treated. Things should be sorted by hand, and they should be done. You should not be paying more to get a lot of like distractingly wonky background faces in, well, I was going to say classic films, but maybe they're not all classics. But yeah, there's some weird stuff out there, and that seems to have come about with them desperate to keep upgrading and clean things up for 4K, whereas Blu-ray is more of a standard now in the way that DVD used to be. So I'm happy with that. Anyway, more on Goodfellas here. Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut. Place got hit by lightning. If you pay me. That's bally. Yeah, you should be sorry. Don't effing do it again and give me the money. Jimmy Conroy. There we go. I gotta admit the truth and turn me on. That was said by Karen Hill. And she's there. Lorraine Bracco being wonderful. I didn't want to get blood on your floor. There we go. Joe Pesci being told to get his shine box, I think. A 21-year-old kid with such connections, he was an exciting guy. Once again, Lorraine Bracco. If you're part of a crew, nobody ever tells you that they're going to kill you. Threatening stuff there. From De Niro. I need this knife, Ma. I'm going to take this. Is that okay? There we go. What do you mean funny? Of course, funny how? How am I funny? And the so you've got those, and you've got a double-sided poster, which is the classic image. And that's it for Goodfellas. You get the you know, the beautiful thing made from the material that I don't know. If I was the sort of person that would get a poster and art cards framed, I would certainly do so with the selection. But Goodfellas is one of my favourite movies of all time. Probably sounds a bit cliche. Everyone tends to go for the Goodfellas or the Godfather when it's typical bloke films. I've always preferred it to the Godfather. It's more just entertaining. It's more energetic. It's more fun, and I love it. But bizarrely, I never upgraded the DVD because I've had Goodfellas in the Scorsese collection that was released, oh, it's over 20 years ago, and that had Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Mean Streets. I think it's got After Hours and Goodfellas, and they're all DVD, and it's a nice selection. And it was a 2-disc edition of Goodfellas, and on the day it was released, I went to my local HMV and asked about it. It wasn't on the shelves. And they, I think there was a woman working there, said, I'll go and have a look for you. I was like, no, it's fine. She says, no, I'll go and check it. It should be on the shelves. It's out today. And she found it. And I've kept hold of that all this time. Mainly because Goodfellas is one of my favourite films of all time. So now I've upgraded the Blu-ray. I'll still have that Scorsese set. But yeah, it was a sign. This is Scarface, of course. Every dog has his day. And again, that's where the thingamabob would be, to use the technical term. Not everyone knows. So, just plain discs there. But again, one is the 4K and one is the Blu-ray. Every day above ground is a good day. It says on the box right there. I don't know if these are the right way around. Yeah, I'll guess they are. And also, I don't think my partner has seen either Goodfellas or Scarface. So, yeah, I need to think about how much I want to show her both of those and which one she might actually enjoy. This is cool. This is very cool for the Scarface one. You've got smaller cards. I don't F around with the help. I am not baby anymore. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. The jails in this country are like hotels, man. Then you've got a small art card there with details on the back about the film. More there. There's some factoids on the back here. I'm not going to read them all out to you. But oh, there's also a QR code on that one. I think that's with the location of Freedom Town, Miami, Florida. But you also get Tony Montana's green card from Santiago, Cuba. Sorry, that was just me trying out a bad Tony Montana impression and chickening out. So yeah, that's everything. Those they are beautiful. They are worth showing you. They were expensive. So both of these together, my partner said, you know, how much did you spend? I was like, don't worry about it. So how much did you spend? I'm like, nah, it's fine. Both of these together came to £92. £92 from CEX. But everything was in them. They were in very good condition. And like I looked up, you know, the resellers market while I was in CEX. £92 for those two movies is still less than I paid for Jaws on its own. So I figure, yeah, it's worth it. I had the money. I could treat myself. It's a lot of money for two movies. They're gorgeous editions. I'm just, you know, I'm delighted with these as well, which will go beside the Jaws one on the shelf. Yeah, they're just beautiful. So that is the video for this week. It's all about those, and at least they gave me some content as well for the start of this week. We'll see what arrives next week. I'm not on nights, so it shouldn't feel weird to be up and about by this time. And yeah, that's it. Take care. Speak to you then.